second. So Neerja Chaudhary, what do you make of this? Okay, very quickly, 30 seconds. I want to bring in Neerja Chaudhary and Harshvardhan Tripathi. 30 seconds, Sanjay Jha.
Very briefly, the speculation is that the UP political party of the BJP would do just good enough, unsettle Mr. Shah and Mr. Modi, because if they were to come back with a huge majority, despite doing well, Mr. Adityanath could find himself politically isolated. That's a short summary of what I want to convey.
How does it strengthen Yogi Adityanath to say that on my watch, the entire tally of the BJP became half? You think that's going to be like a shining star on his report
And he's contradicted his statement 2 minutes ago. Two minutes ago he said...
I guess that's the nature of conspiracy theories.
2 minutes ago he said that we have reduced the MPs so that to make Yogi look very weak. And now he's saying that Yogi has done it to make Amit Shah look weak.
That's the great thing about theories. You can change them as you go along. But what was your sense, Neerja Chaudhary, when you were traveling? Is there any substance whatsoever, or it's a simple case of different voters have consolidated behind Samajwadi Party and Congress, Muslims, Dalits, Yadavs have come together, and that's it? No conspiracy, only consolidation.
I would say that the new experiment PDA that Akhilesh Yadav tried, which was to go beyond MY, Muslim Yadav, to rope in the non-Yadav OBCs and the Dalits, worked very successfully. That's number one. And Dalits was because of this fear in them that 400 plus might lead to a constitution change and end to reservations for them and end to what they call Baba's Kitab, B.R. Ambedkar's constitution. So Dalit, I saw everywhere, was very, very apprehensive. Muslims, you're absolutely right, came out as one man. Silently, but they came out to vote. And the non-Yadav OBCs, now that is the story. You know, in Eastern UP, BJP people are saying how OBCs, which has been the vote bank of Narendra Modi-led BJP, and he himself calls himself an extremely backward prime minister, they're shifting away. That is something that the BJP has to look at, why that happened. Then, of course, one heard of the Rajputs expressing their apprehension that Yogi Adityanath might be moved by the BJP brass out of Lucknow to Delhi after the Lok Sabha election. So there were signs and people said Rajputs had sat at home. They didn't vote for the other side, but they did not come out to vote in as large a number as they would have done. And the RSS, you found that the RSS cadre was not as enthusiastic about campaigning for the BJP as it had been in recent election. And Mr. Nadda's statement that we are a mature, self-sufficient party and that's in the middle of election and we don't need any hand-holding was a very significant statement officially made by the president of the BJP. So, you know, all these factors put together have created a certain situation. But my question, and I don't have the answer to this, and of course there was economic distress, people were unhappy, the BJP stuck to about 55 sitting MPs, they didn't change them, all that had the economic issues did resonate with people. So, but my question is this, why is it that the BJP has done so well in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Himachal, Delhi, virtually peaked, their 2019 level, where the Dalit factor was the same, where the economic distress was the same. Why is it that they have done so well? And Bihar also, where Tejasvi Yadav also went in for the similar experiment of widening MY, but did not do as well as Akhilesh Yadav. He was contained. UP is the only state where the India alliance went beyond 40 seats. Now, you need answers to that. Why has that happened?
Let's try and get from Harshvardhan ji. If this